baby.
Frederick,
Yes.
what's going on, man? Thanks for coming
Happy to
back
be
to
here.
hang out with
Back
us.
at it again.
Thanks for having me back. I guess I
Dude.
wasn't too terrible the first time. So
Dude, you
had
were
me back a
awesome the
second.
first time. That was the first time that I'd ever met you when you came
True.
and did the podcast. I meet so many cool people doing this. It's actually pretty
Cool
rad.
people and me.
And you, yeah. You're probably the coolest, number one.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've only had James. James has been on 3 times, and now you've been on twice. So we'll get
Yeah.
you one more time, and then you'll be
Fight James
tied
for
up with
supremacy.
fight James for supremacy. Yeah.
I'd watch that fight.
We've talked about that fight several times.
Really?
Just back and forth, just talking shit.
Yeah.
He brought it up
Goofballs.
immediately, like right after we had you on. He was like, "That's the dude I was talking about the first time I came on when I got in a fight at one of the bars.
Yeah,
Got
Saturn.
pulled
I
off
remember
Saturn.
that.
Yeah. So pretty funny, man. And I want to make a note to everybody that's listening. Anybody that listened to the last episode, we had a kind of a technical problem where the video didn't record, and so sorry about that. That was my bad. We just had some technical issues, but anybody who listened to the George Cowgill episode,
yeah.
Owner of Black Market Bar and Grill, really cool dude, man.
Straight
it was
edge
fun.
nerd with tattoos and
Yeah,
a
we
bald
didn't
head.
even
Who does that?
Dude, we didn't even get into the straight edge thing. But yeah, it was a really cool episode. I encourage anybody to go check it out.
Definitely
But
worth listening to.
yeah, the computer just wigged out, and so we don't have video of it. So I told him get him back on some point. Come hang out. Dude, what you been up to, man? How's life?
Life's good, man. Just drinking coffee, committing crimes, doing push-ups, raising my son.
Probably a lot of push-ups, I imagine.
A lot of push-ups. I'm getting ready to fight somebody, so I do all the workouts.
Dude, let's talk about
Yes,
that, man. I
yes.
saw some picture, and we got to pull that up. If you go down, Katie, it's like the second photo right there in the middle. You posted this image, and you were like getting ready to go into a fight. That is the most
He's
menacing
back, baby.
picture I've ever seen.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That is Dana Fox.
Okay.
Her Instagram is Mama Fox, I believe. But yeah,
think I
she
follow her,
takes
yeah.
pictures, and she is very good at it. And she hits me up when she has an idea she wants to work out, I asked her to take pictures of me since I was going to be fighting. I'd like to have something to put out instead of pictures that are 10
fresh
years old.
promo
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, she's fun to shoot with, fun to hang out with, fun to talk to. She has ideas, and that was one of hers. And
Now,
it
where'd
worked
y'all
out
shoot
very well.
this? Do you have a studio
At the
around
gym.
here? Oh,
And
okay, cool.
Revolution Kickboxing down in Helena.
Okay.
Helena, Alabaster, whatever that is. But yeah, we just did it there.
Don't you coach down there?
I do. I coach there, and I train people up at Lakeview Fitness in Birmingham, like over near Pepper Place.
Okay.
So yeah,
How often are you training people?
as often as they need me to.
So it's just like one-on-one. You don't
yeah.
do like full, I don't know if that's
No.
a class thing.
Yeah,
that
it
you
can
would
be a
do.
class thing, but I just do one-on-one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sweet, man. Well, it looks like you haven't lost any muscle mass there. That's
I
pretty
try not to.
pretty intimidating photo. So tell me about this fight, man. You just itching to get back in the ring and get
Well-
your face kicked or something.
Or somebody talking shit.
I wish it's never anybody
No.
talking shit. It's just
No,
me.
it's always
it's
the-
just me wanting to fight people.
Okay.
The money's cool, but I just enjoy fighting.
Yeah.
That sounds like kind of a caveman thing, but I am what I am.
Primal.
Well, when I left my sales job that I was talking about last time, it left me. I decided I was just gonna try to be training people more because I'd been doing it on the side for years,
Yeah.
and I decided to make a go of that full time, and that put me in the gym more. So, like, I got all this gym time, and I'm still in pretty good shape. Why not do something with it?
Yeah.
I'd mentioned it to Jeremy, the owner, the guy, one of the coaches at Revolution, and this kickboxing thing came about. It'll be the first all kickboxing card in Alabama because it just got sanctioned. Well, it's been sanctioned, but they've revised the rules in some fashion since the last time I did it a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And this will be the first all kickboxing card because usually it's an MMA card and they'll sprinkle in a kickboxing bout or two. But this is all kickboxing, all stand-up fighting, all the fun stuff that people say. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
I guess I'm just not quite up to speed on the the details of MMA fighting and stuff. I thought it was just like you get in the ring and all things go, but there's actually a difference between.
Just get in a
He's
fight.
laughing at
Get in
me.
the ring and fight, Alex.
Well, it's like they put some gloves on you. You're kicking, you're punching. You know what I see in the octagon.
I mean, there are several rules. There's so many rules.
Okay.
But
to the layman, what's the main difference between a full sanctioned kickboxing and what we had before?
we didn't have any. Well, you could do exhibition bouts. A few years
Okay.
ago, kickboxing got sanctioned. That's when I did my first couple before I decided to retire. But I'm not sure what's happened on the commission side, or maybe this promotion just decided to push more kickboxing. But
Okay.
they're going to start doing some kickboxing cards now.
So some of the fights that you've done in Alabama before weren't considered kickboxing.
No, I did MMA in the past. I started off doing MMA, then I got into doing pro boxing,
Okay.
and then kickboxing when it finally got sanctioned here in Alabama.
I guess that's what I don't understand, the difference between MMA and kickboxing.
In MMA, there's the ground fighting. That brings in all the jiu-jitsu, the taekwondo. all
Where they're
of that
grappling
different-
on the
yeah,
ground
yeah,
and
the,
stuff.
the wrestlers and all
Okay.
that stuff. Yeah, but this is just in big gloves. I'll be wearing like boxing gloves.
Okay.
So we won't be
All right,
able to
obviously.
do the grappling and stuff.
The giant gloves that are on your hands. Would,
Yeah, those are bigger
there's
than the
obvious
ones I'm
some-
going to be fighting in.
Okay.
Yeah, those are 16 ounces. I'll be fighting in 10, so they are significantly smaller.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, all right, I get it now. Yeah.
and those are cool gloves.
They are
Those
cool,
are
man. They
cool,
got
yeah.
Ruka on the bottom. That's cool. So when you wear, what kind of gloves do you wear? You said you've done like just traditional boxing. Mm-hmm. There's so much about fighting I just don't know. You know, like the different ounce
I know the
gloves.
stuff.
What kind of gloves do you wear in a traditional boxing match?
They usually, it depends on the weight class. Like me being in boxing, I was a cruiserweight, which is pretty much 190 up.
Okay.
That's the lowest I'm gonna ever cut. But we fought in 10-ounce gloves.
Okay. Is that what all the pros fight in? Is that
It
pretty
depends on the
traditional?
weight. 10, 8. I'm pretty sure somebody fights in 12. I don't know.
Is that
But I know
based-
what I fight?
So like an 80-pound dude, what kind of gloves would
He needs to be
wearing?
in the hospital.
He needs to be in the hospital. But I guess the lower the weight, the lower ounce gloves.
Yes.
Glove.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the gloves you're wearing in this photo, are they just like
They're just my gloves. My friend got them for me for Christmas, and they look cool, and they have
they're just kind of like
Smith
novelty
Street
gloves? I
tattoo
guess.
gloves. Yeah, I mean I wear them, but they also look cool.
Okay.
Might as well get a picture of them while they're, while they're still fresh and not,
Not
worn
covered
out
in
yet.
blood.
Not covered in blood. Yeah. Okay, so tell me about the fight. How did you get this lined up, and who will you be fighting?
Well, we found out about it we found out about the card originally in about November, and they had a guy already for me to fight. He
Okay.
fought for the promotion before. He's been here before. Blah blah blah. So it's pretty much just a cut and paste, different time, different location. Same dude show up and fight. The last time he fought in an MMA bout, this time would be kickboxing. He said he was all in.
Okay.
I never asked why, but I think it was around my birthday, December 10th, maybe a little after, they told me that he pulled out, and I never asked why. I was just bummed, but to myself, I just had to keep myself training like it was going to happen, like they were going to find somebody.
So at that time, you were like, "Well, the fight's canceled. We're not doing anything."
I tried to avoid that mindset because then I wouldn't be training. I would have slacked off, and I didn't want to slack off. If I mentally get to a place where like this date I need to be in peak form, I just try to keep that mindset. Like they offered me, they just kept saying names. I kept saying yes. Went through about 4 or 5 people. They say, "Hey, how about this guy from this place?" I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'm into it. Let's go."
Would there have been a name where you're like, no, I don't want to fight
I mean, there was
Obi-Wan from North Alabama or whatever?
There was a guy from I don't even remember where he's from. He looked tough, and all I saw was him winning fights. I was like, "Fuck yeah, that'll be fun." He was like a tough dude. He'll come to fight, which makes the fight more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to knock somebody out in 9 seconds, which I've done. But it's also
we
fun
should
to,
do
Oh,
like,
we've all seen
work
that.
out to that. Yeah, like I want to fight.
Yeah.
I don't just want to like get in there and wash some dude and then go home unscathed, unhurt. I'm like, no, I want to get into a fight.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a different mindset, brother. That's crazy.
I mean, not saying that.
I guess the sport of it,
yeah,
like,
that's
it's fun.
where my mind goes. Like
Yeah.
I'm in it for the sport. If I'm playing basketball, I don't want to play against some dude who's never touched a basketball before.
Fair.
I want to have a good, fair game.
Yeah.
So same thing with fighting. Like I want to fight somebody that's going to fight.
Okay, so they went through like 4 dudes, and I guess they finally found a guy crazy enough
they
to crawl in the
found-
ring with you, man.
Crazy. They found John Hater-Proof Kennedy.
Hater-proof Kennedy.
Hater-proof.
Is that the first post on your?
Yeah. Let's pull that picture up.
poster, I think I just posted it yesterday or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
That's him.
Yes. Hater-proof.
Hater-proof. John Kennedy.
Yeah. A couple of people have already made references to the Kennedy assassination.
Oh.
Like that's,
So I guess the smack talk starts as soon as the poster goes live.
I mean, you know.
Dude, I'm looking at this photo, and you look like you got a solid 50
Yeah.
pounds on this
Yep.
guy. Like,
Yep.
that's
He's like 6. I've seen him listed at 6'2". I've seen him listed at 6'4". So the weight is just dispersed differently.
so maybe he's a little taller.
Yeah. Yo, he's definitely.
Well,
tall.
this
I mean,
photo,
I'm
you look
5'10".
like you're like
Yeah.
2 of him,
Yes.
dude. I was looking at it earlier, and I'm like, dude, John, brother, what are you doing? Like,
Hey, look.
I would be.
He
I would
signed
be,
the same paperwork I did.
Okay.
He's coming to do the same thing I'm going to do. He's coming to beat me up. I'm coming to beat him up.
205-pound professional main event. Are there other fights that same
Yes.
night? Okay.
Yeah. At the moment, last I checked, there were, I think, 10 or 11 other
Wow.
fights.
Dude.
Yeah.
See, I've never
So I'll be
been
the
to like
last one.
a fight like this, man. This would be awesome.
should
I'm
come.
planning to come. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it'll be
Definitely.
fun.
February 26th. Okay.
Yes.
That's not too far away, man.
It's not far away at all.
You think you're ready? You're ready to.
I'm ready,
Ready to
man.
throw
I'm just,
down?
just watching my weight, doing all the things I got to do to get ready.
Well, let's talk about that. What are the things that you have to do to get ready for a fight like this? What are you eating? How are you training?
I eat, I call my diet pretty much across the board healthy-ish.
Healthy-ish.
Yeah, like-
that
like-
sounds like my kind of diet. Man.
Yeah, I mean, like
I can do that.
a lot of protein, some greens, but nothing super specific. I'm not
Okay.
I'd rather put more emphasis on the activity part than what I'm eating. I pay attention, not saying I don't pay attention to what I eat, but
Do you have
I'd
to
rather-
cut weight or anything?
a little bit.
meet?
Like to make 205, per the commission, we have a 2-pound allowance. So if I weigh 207, I'm still good to go.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
still going to aim for 205 just because. Like right now, I'm about 214, 215. That's where without doing anything away from my normal stuff and eating like I usually eat, that's just where my body's happy.
Okay.
So I don't have to cut a bunch of weight. I don't have to do anything drastic to deplete myself to make 205 pounds.
So to drop 10 pounds, you could do that pretty.
Nah, I
pretty
can do
easy.
that
Yeah.
week and a half. Just-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing a lot of cardio. I
A
mean,
lot of
how do you
running,
prepare
lot of
for?
sprints, a lot of pad work, bag work, lift weights differently.
Yeah, when you're preparing for kickboxing versus say boxing or some of the other mixed martial arts that you do, how do you specifically prepare for kickboxing? What do you do differently that maybe you wouldn't normally do?
It kind of depends on my game plan for the opponent.
Okay.
Like for this guy, he's kind of long, but he's kind of keeps his head up. I feel confident in that he's not going to hear this, so I'll get my game plan. I don't give a shit.
He might be a fan, dude. You never
I
know.
mean-
Our reach is far.
Yeah, it is.
We're growing.
But Steph Curry wants to shoot a 3. You know what he does every game? Shoots a 3. He hits a 3. They can't stop it. So
stop it. That's
for
right.
this guy, I just plan on being busy, just working on my cardio. A lot of cardio, really. Less
Keeping
of
your
the-
stamina, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, you can have all the technique in the world, but if you're tired,
Yeah.
Can't protect
that's
yourself.
when, yeah.
Can't,
And a tired fighter is easy to knock out.
really.
So I just want to be ready and in shape and feel good. If I train right, feel good, I fight good, and I win.
Dude. Well, confidence, man.
Gotta be
I can
confident.
Feel it.
Confidence is key.
How many rounds do you do
3.
in a kickbox? 3 rounds.
3-minute rounds.
So it's not
3.
5 like
No.
like normal MMA is 5 rounds. Am I wrong there?
Championship fights
Okay.
are 5 rounds. But
Anything-
in MMA, in pro MMA, it's 5-minute rounds. So it's usually 3 5-minute rounds. Championship fights and some main events are 5 5-minute rounds, which is a lot of fighting.
Dude, that is
Yeah.
so much fighting. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The
And the dudes that get to the 5th round that are still like have the gas to go, it's impressive. To
Drugs.
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. That's
He said
crazy,
that. I
man.
didn't say that.
So 3 5-minute rounds.
3 3-minute rounds.
3 3-minute
Yes.
rounds. I can't
Yeah.
keep it straight in my head.
Nah, it's
Sorry.
okay. You don't have to. Just show up.
Okay.
Just watch me beat this dude.
Dude, well, good luck to you, man.
I appreciate it.
It looks like you. Yeah, I'm rooting for you. I think you got a good edge over John Kennedy, just based on this photo alone. And
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you're trying to cut weight. It looks like he needs to gain some.
look at him.
Who knows how far away the camera was from him? All
Whoever
these
photoshopped
factors.
it,
Yeah.
didn't do him justice.
I mean, maybe the promotion likes me, so they made me bigger.
Look
Yeah.
at you, man. You're
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
the hometown
giant
guy.
on this picture. It's crazy. ATL Kickboxing. Is that what it says? AL Kickboxing?
Oh, AFL.
AFL.
Yeah, American
Kickboxing.
Fight League. That's the promotion. They're out of Albertville.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I was going to say, so for all the audio listeners, where is this taking place at?
it's taking place in Pell City,
City.
Alabama, the fight capital of the fucking world.
Let's go.
Dude.
And then if people want to find tickets or other information, is it like,
I
Yeah, I
will
forget
have,
people aren't looking at what we're looking at.
it's American
That's their fault. That's their
American
loss.
Fighting League on, what was that, Facebook or Instagram? I can't tell.
Both.
Both. Yeah, I see both logos.
Yeah,
put
American
Fighting
Fight League on all the socials, or look at mine. I've tagged them in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, check the description of this episode. We'll have it all there.
Yeah.
Well, dude. So, doing a lot of cardio, eating right, a lot of bag work, you said. Do you have to... Is there any kind of fight you would turn down or that you wouldn't do? Because it sounds like you're just game to get in the ring. Like,
When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I would like to get a boxing match. I would like to, but the way boxing is run by the promoters and stuff, like me being a 40-year-old with my pro boxing record was 2-3. That's not a great record. That's not gonna shatter the earth or anything.
sure.
So I'd probably be matched up with like a fucking Golden Gloves guy who they're building up. That's just
Okay.
that's how all these guys get such great records. Like, how many boxers have you seen that you've never heard of that are like 20-0 and blah blah blah? Like, that's because they're fighting guys like me.
The
who
Fred
are-
Weavers of the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, that's the only thing that's keeping me out of doing that. And I honestly haven't reached out to any promotions to try to do that, but it is what it is. If I got this thing to do, I'll do that. If kickboxing were more popular here in the States, I'd have been doing kickboxing the whole time.
So this is the first, you said it's first sanctioned kickboxing.
First, all kickboxing
All
card. There's
kickboxing.
been kickboxing, but it's been a lot of exhibitions. And mine were kickboxing matches that were done during MMA events.
Okay, so it's just
Yeah.
a mixed bag of all
Yeah, but this one's all stand-up fighting.
all stand-up fighting.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Anybody else that you know that's fighting?
A lot of guys from the gym in Albertville, Ultimate MMA.
Ultimate
They
MMA.
are the home base of the promoter, and like they have their own fighters up there. A lot of them are going to be fighting. A lot of people from the Revolution Kickboxing and Helena are going to be fighting,
Okay.
and some other people from other places that I don't know.
So it's basically like the home gym. It's like, hey, we're going to set up a fight and just have
Yeah.
a bunch of people come out and
So
just like a intramural.
is this your first one back since retirement, quote unquote?
It's been a couple of years. Yeah.
Is this going to bring you back in it after this
I
one?
mean, if somebody offers me something,
Yeah.
I got a few offers. Like when I first hung it up, I got a few offers, but they never panned out. It's just because the conversation fizzled out, as they do. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I mentioned to Jeremy at Revolution about it, and this just came to be. He said they'd been talking about it, and he mentioned my name to them already.
Okay.
Just because he knows me. He's like, yeah, Fred will be down. Fred will fight for $1 in the parking lot. Just because, fighting's fun.
Well, we talked about setting up a heavy ultra fighting league, and
We
you'd
did
be our
talk
main
about that.
contender, buddy.
I'm still down. I have time.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Where could we do that at?
We're not going to do that. That's a joke.
Never mind.
But that's cool that the gym kind of puts these things on. Do you
Yeah.
think there'll be more? I guess he kind of alluded to that question. You're just going to kind of see how this goes. And
Yeah, they have other. They put out a schedule of all their planned events over this year,
Okay.
and this one is all kickboxing. They have some kickboxing cards, and they have another kickboxing card in a couple of months, and some MMA and a bare knuckle in December. I don't know if
Dude.
that's gonna happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about that.
I'm not doing
Oh
that,
my
but
God.
I'll watch that.
That's crazy. That's a thing.
Yeah.
People
What-
actually.
Oh yeah.
Are there
Oh, yeah.
rules to that?
It's essentially a boxing match, but no gloves. Like they're taped up their wrists
I was gonna say,
for
yeah.
protection. But I've seen some promotions overseas where like they cut the wrap before they get to the knuckles. I've seen some come closer to the knuckle, but no gloves, just the wraps.
Dude.
God.
Yeah, it's just a boxing match without gloves. And without those gloves, there's a lot of cuts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because it's all fucking
It's all knuckles, dude.
bone on skin.
That's crazy. At least with like with a kickboxing match, do you wear like the oil or the
Oh, it's just
the
Vaseline. Yeah.
Okay.
It helps the punches slide off. So
Yeah.
the friction is what causes the cuts. But they do that in bare knuckle too, and there are still cuts because no gloves.
Dude, I can't believe
They're
that's
paying
even-
a lot of money. I've been offered a few of those. Not gonna do it.
Dude, those dudes are crazy.
Get killed, man. It's crazy.
Nah, I'm all set. I'll just keep to fighting big dudes in the realm that I'm already fighting. So
So why hasn't? I guess just because of the danger aspect. That's why bare knuckle is not more mainstream.
in the past couple of years, it's become more mainstream.
People
Yeah.
are getting jaded. They're like, I need more blood, more brutality.
That's kind of what it comes to.
oh, dude.
Like the crowds have been big, and they're paying a lot of money.
To watch people literally massacre each other.
No, I mean like the fighters are getting paid a lot
Yeah,
of money
yeah,
to
yeah.
do it. And a lot of the people that are coming to it are old MMA guys. I mean, old, like guys that get cut from the UFC after a few losses or whatever. Bare knuckles, they're offering a lot of money, and I mean, if you're fighting to make money, and they're offering a lot of money, that's where you're gonna go.
Especially if you have some kind of name in the UFC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going to see the dude that I've been watching on TV. the
Yeah,
past
like
2 years.
BKFC, that bare knuckle fighting championships or whatever they are. They're the main promotion here in the United States. They did a lot of shows in Mississippi and Florida. Now they've branched out. They had one here not too long ago, but they're like the main promotion for that right now. And I know they're paying a lot of money.
Paying a lot of money.
Yeah,
It's like it just sounds
Knock it
like
down.
Fight Club. I just picture Fight Club.
Yeah,
essentially,
man.
Fight Club under the lights
That's crazy.
on pay-per-view,
That's
which
crazy.
I will not pay for, but watch illegally.
So do you, when you're prepping for a fight like this, do you just jump on YouTube and then look at videos of John Kennedy?
That's what every time they said a name to me, I immediately looked to see what I could find on YouTube.
Yeah.
Even the guy, like the one guy said that was tough, like all I saw was him knocking dudes out. Like, yeah, I'll gladly fight that dude.
Yeah.
But I looked, and initially I couldn't find anything on him, and I just said yes right away. But after doing some digging, I found a lot of videos of him fighting, and yeah.
Does he seem like a contender? I mean, is he?
He comes to fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to jump in the ring with you, man. I'd be.
I mean, jump in the ring with anybody, but I just hope he shows up, knock on wood. I just hope he just makes it here safe so I can give him a concussion and send him back to fucking Iowa or wherever the fuck he's from.
Not one of those
Man.
fights where you guys just hug it out the whole damn time.
Absolutely
People are
not.
like, get off of him,
No.
hit him.
See, in kickboxing, like you can clinch, but the ref's gonna break you up after a minute. So
Okay.
yeah,
Good. Let's go.
Kind of gives you a minute to catch your breath, I guess.
yeah.
Is the reason
That's
for
why
that.
cardio is important.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
if
you get so
if he's
tired.
tired and he needs a minute to take his breath, I should be able to step on the gas. Yeah.
Dang. I can't
Dude.
wait. That's going to be awesome.
Dude, that is going to be awesome. What day of the week is this fight?
It's a Saturday.
Oh, it's
Oh,
on
even better.
Saturday. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody listening, no excuses. You should totally come watch this. Any nerves about getting back in the ring after? I mean, how long has it been since you
It's been
fought
2
somebody?
years.
2 years.
You
Yeah.
training with people in the ring, or are you just hitting bags and stuff?
Yeah, I'm training. I never stopped training. I have no other hobbies.
Okay.
Like all I do is work out and look at videos of working out and watch videos of people talking about working out.
Talking about working out.
Get on Instagram, look at pictures of people working out. Then I go help people work out.
Okay.
That's cool.
But yeah, man, just watching a lot of fights, watching his fights, and that leads me down a rabbit hole of whatever promotion he's fought for, just watching fights of theirs because I like watching fights.
Oh man, that's just I can't imagine. I can't imagine doing that. It's wild. Tip my hat to you for
Yeah,
even wanting.
I understand
to
it's
do that.
not a normal thing, but I don't know. I just look at it as sport, and it's the sport that I've fallen in love with, and I want to do it.
Well, it's super popular. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people wanting to do it, and the demand is there.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
maybe
dude.
I'm in the minority.
Because
of
we're
people
all
that
just
can't understand.
animals. We just want to watch people beat each other
Bash each other's heads in.
Dude, when I first started fighting back in like 2008, like I was the person that people knew that fought. Like now everybody knows like 3 or 4 people that train or fight or they do jujitsu or they box or they go to this gym. Have you met this guy? But like it's popular. There's people doing it. And you never know it by seeing some people. Because I know a dude that's like 5'7", $130, He'll tie you up real fast.
So when you're training for these different, I mean, do you know jiu-jitsu and do you know these different
I did
forms
MMA
of fighting
for
and stuff?
a lot of years. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I know certain guys specialize in different crafts, if you will. And,
Yeah.
you know, they're more into like grappling, getting you to the ground, getting you in a pin, some kind of hold to choke
Yeah.
you out versus somebody who's just like a slugger.
Yeah.
And then kickboxing, I mean, did you have to do anything different or were you kind of already up to speed on like the world of kickboxing?
I'm kind of up to speed because it's the one that I've always been drawn to.
Yeah.
Like even when I was doing MMA, like I did groundwork, I did wrestling, I did jujitsu, did some judo, very little judo, but mostly jujitsu and wrestling. I was always I'd like to always stand up and fight.
Yeah.
A lot of mine was learning to avoid getting on the ground, like defending takedowns, getting off the fence and that stuff, so I could get back to punching and kicking the stuff that I want to do.
I feel like that's more entertaining style of fighting too.
That's what people say.
But you said kickboxing is not that popular here.
It's not here. The stars of kickboxing, like higher level kickboxing, they're all European guys.
Okay.
So it's not marketed here. Like that Glory, the top organization in the world, is based in Europe. So they hold most of their cards in Europe. They come here occasionally, and the crowds look okay from what I've seen on TV, but it's just not picked up here the way MMA has.
Yeah.
Which has always been weird to me.
Yeah, I would think so.
I guess, I mean, the UFC, the biggest promotion in the world as far as fighting, is based here in America. So they have an American pool of fighter, an American pool of stars, people that can market, and they can say, yeah, they're fighting in, well, now it's like Arizona, Texas, Florida. But when the world opens up, eventually, if it ever does, whatever,
Yeah.
like you can go somewhere and see those guys. Like Rico Verhoeven is not coming here, but like once every couple of years, maybe. But if you go to fucking the Netherlands where he's from, yeah, he's the Conor McGregor or whatever other big name.
Fights all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen speaking to boxing, it seemed like boxing comes in waves. It's like really popular and then maybe it takes have you seen like
Man,
fighting in general or maybe I'm off base there? What do you think?
No, it's a conversation I've had so many times in bars. People have been saying that boxing is dying for over 10 years, but like there's a lot of boxing doesn't make its own stars like it should. Like I mentioned earlier, there are so many guys with like 20-0 records, but you don't hear about them until they're like on the undercard of Deontay or Tyson Fury or maybe even an Anthony Joshua fight.
Yeah.
Like then you won't hear of them again for 2 years because they don't fight that much because they're protecting their record and they're being very meticulous about who they fight, when they fight them, what this person brings to the table as far as being A side or a B side. It's too much politics in boxing.
I was about to say,
up. Like
man.
Yeah, it's
like I'm going to negotiate the best deal with the best payout.
which I understand. Like you want to make the
why wouldn't
most
you?
money by fighting the person that offers the least threat of beating you.
Sure.
Which is I totally understand.
Longevity.
But also, I also want to just see fucking fights.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have fights like this going on.
Yeah,
and, you know, people
Pell
can get their
City, come
fix.
watch me punch a dude.
Pell
and also
City.
other people punching people.
How many fights did you say total? There was like
10 or
There are 10 or 11 other fights. I'll be the
10
last fight of the night.
the main event, baby.
So what are you doing when you're there? I'm sure this isn't the first time you've done a main event. The fights are going on. And you're in the locker room.
Honestly,
How do you the day of the fight?
Yeah.
What's the day of the fight look like?
He's in the
to you?
stands eating nachos. He's getting popcorn.
He's getting a hot dog.
He's like,
woo! I'm gonna go
Yeah,
watch
dog.
my boy Anthony.
yeah. I'm just eating ketchup straight out of the packet.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like the full day, if I can plan it out, I wake up, I go get some breakfast somewhere fancy like IHOP or Waffle House.
Are you hanging with people or are you flying solo?
Mostly solo, but
keep
I'll
them
have my
focused.
boy with me this time.
Okay.
So my plan, like my tentative plan
Tentative
right now,
Tentative plan.
wake up with my boy, go get breakfast, take him to his mom, and go home and just chill out all day. There's some UFC fights that night, so I'll probably be watching pre-fight stuff for that, and just probably whatever thing I'm
Just
watching on
zenning
TV.
out.
Just sitting around doing nothing, being as lazy as possible, drinking water, staying hydrated.
I would think you'd be like in the background listening to Metallica, just like punching the punching bag. I don't know.
Dude,
But you got to save your energy, so.
Yeah, there's that. And then we have to be at the venue early, and I usually just try to find somewhere to sleep. just lay down and do some more nothing.
Yeah.
I'm a lazy piece of shit all the way up until I have to fight.
And then you just like rage out. Do you do anything? Are you taking any kind of like multivitamins? Do you do a lot of caffeine before a fight? I mean, what do you do day of?
Like, I don't really have to do anything to get up for the fight. Just
You're not doing
like,
the smelling salts.
No, I'm not. No. God, no.
God,
That sounds like a bad idea.
that'll put you down.
I'm not about to fucking deadlift 3,000 pounds, so I'm not going to do any smelling salts. Just the fact that I know this dude's coming to hurt me and take money out of my pocket, that's enough motivation for me. Yeah, I'm pretty up for that.
Okay.
I forgot what I was about to say.
Well, just day of prep.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff,
day of, just, show up, dick around. When people start getting there, I usually walk around the crowd for a while because when people get there, it's still going to be a while before I fight.
Yeah.
So I usually just walk around, see my friends, my family if they're there, take pictures, make jokes about nothing.
Well, dude, so you're not planning any fights after this just yet? I'm
Not yet. I'm focused on this one,
Just focused
but since they do have other kickboxing cards planned, if they offer me something, I'd probably take it because why not?
Okay. So you're doing fighting and training and stuff full time right now. That's your only. Well, you're hyper focused, so that's good.
I have very few interests, as I've recently realized.
Yeah.
Like, I only like a few things. Like, I like fighting, I like guns, I like silly shows on TV, and I like hanging out with my son.
There you go. Well, that's good, man.
That's and my girlfriend too. She's cool. Whatever. She deals with me.
Well,
She
cool.
thinks I'm funny, kind of.
Does she mind seeing you? Is she nervous at all about seeing you crawl in the ring?
She's understandably nervous, but she did Taekwondo growing up, and she's very much into fitness.
Okay.
So she'll like hit the bag and stuff, and she still has very good form. So we went to see some fights last month, and she is very excited to see me fight. But
Okay.
understandably nervous.
Sure,
But
yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
What's the most common? I mean, is it easy for you to get like your nose broken or something like that in a fight like this, or is that rare?
Knock on wood, I've never had anything broken in a fight. Well, I tore my bicep. And my
Told us about that last time. Yeah.
That's the worst thing that's ever happened. I've had a bunch of boxer's fractures, but that's me.
What's a boxer's fracture? Just from like micro fractures?
Yeah, it's usually on the small side. Anytime, usually when a boxer breaks their hands, it's usually on the side of the smaller knuckles, like the pinky and ring finger. But I've had a bunch of those, and that just means, hey, don't punch anything for a few weeks.
Just let it heal.
Yeah, and that's usually for me when I was doing MMA, throwing hammer fists and not making a tight fist. So it's kind of my fault, but whatever.
Well, dude.
All that to say, knock on wood, I've never had my nose broken. That can happen because you fight.
Well, you'll be wearing gloves, man. Those 10-ounce gloves, that'll protect you. You're good.
Yeah, or my superior head movement and game planning will also protect me.
So what are the basic rules for kickboxing for those who have never seen a live kickboxing match? So you can kick, obviously.
Yes,
And you can box.
And you can box. And we're pretty self-explanatory.
There we go.
Yeah,
But
it's pretty much just a stand-up fight. Like no elbows. You can't elbow.
can
You
elbow.
If
Can
you're
you
watching this-
grab? Like even though I
can-
have my gloves on,
You
can
can
I
clinch
wrap
a
you
little
up?
bit. Yeah, you can clinch a little bit if you want to throw knees, but you can't hold the clinch.
The ref would come in and break you.
Yeah, the ref's gonna stop you before you do that.
Okay. And you can throw kicks, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess nothing below the belt or
Can you
above
Oh,
do a
the
flying knee?
Yes.
You can.
Hell yeah, you
Dude,
can.
I
Can you
wanna-
jump off the fence and like all that roundhouse stuff?
Potentially.
Top
Essentially,
rope,
yeah.
baby.
Top rope.
You can't
Can you
climb
jump
up on
off?
the cage and jump off.
Yeah.
I can't fucking Randy Savage.
Why not, man?
It'd
Come
Come on.
be a lot cooler if I could. I still wouldn't do it because I'd more than likely hurt myself more than I hurt him.
Okay.
Dude. Just want to understand the sport because I know sometimes it's not always like clear who the winner is. You know, it goes to the referee.
Comes to
Yes.
the ref, yeah.
And like for those who understand the nuances of fighting, they could call it. But for like the
See,
layman
even-
like me, it's like, well, I don't know who won. That was pretty even. you know?
Even now, like, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I know fighting. I've been around enough to know what I'm looking at. I'll think a fight's pretty safely in this person's favor. The other person gets the nod from the judges. So who knows? Like, I don't know what the judge sees. I don't want to ever be a judge because I don't want that pressure. I'd rather be a ref, which I'm probably going to do when I finish.
Yeah, that'd be
whenever I
fun.
actually
That would be
finish
cool.
fighting people. If I could ever walk away from it, which I probably will after this year because I'm 40 now. And after 40, you have to get like additional tests for the commission. It's for safety. It makes sense. But so this is probably the last year I'm going to fight. unless, I don't know, somebody offers me a lot of
Ton
money.
of money.
Ton of
Okay.
money.
But reffing, that'd be fun. Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Get in there and just break up people. And then I guess, I mean, does the ref hold all the power in the middle of a fight?
It depends on the fighters involved.
Okay.
Like ideally, the ref. I've had refs tell us during the fighter meetings before. I'm like, I don't want to be involved. Like, fight clean, fight fair, but like nobody's paying to come see me. They're paying to
Right.
come see you. A clean fight is a good fight. Fight hard, fight safe.
So what would be an example of something that you could't do during kickboxing that a ref would immediately flag and be like, no, can't do that. Clinching too
kicks.
long, dick kicks. Okay.
Some stuff is incidental. Like if some people punch a certain way, they might catch an elbow.
Okay.
But that's frowned upon. It depends. It's up to the judgment of the referee as to whether it was on purpose or not.
You headbutting people out there?
Is that legal? Can you do that?
No.
You can't do that. Okay.
You're full of bad ideas.
Okay, no headbutts, no elbows.
No flying elbow drops.
I mean, I can get a running start and throw a flying something, but
Yeah.
it can't be an elbow.
Okay.
So what's your strategy going into this fight? Can you let us in on some of that? I mean, what do you...
Footwork, head movement, work my jab a lot. He seems he's big. Like height wise, he's bigger than me. Everybody I fight's fucking taller than me. But
Does that leave you at any kind of disadvantage?
but I mean, I'm accustomed to it. I don't
Okay.
worry about it. I got long arms for my height, so I can make up for it with my head movement and footwork. But I plan on just jabbing him a lot, see what opens up.
Just kind of wear him down.
Just see what he gives me. See
Yeah.
what door I can open up with my offense and what he's gonna give me. And I'll either kick him in the head or punch him real hard. And
Well, I want to see damn Sparta kick.
Dude.
yeah.
But I guess you never really know a fighter until you fight him.
Yeah. You never, like, you can have a game plan,
Yeah.
but once you're in there, if he's doing something different than I've seen him do before, I got to throw an audible and just, do my best with what he's given me.
Have you ever been in a fight that maybe you had a game plan going in and then you just he totally flipped the script on you and you're just like,
shit.
oh crap, what is he doing?
All of my earlier fights before I started really training, I would just show up and fight, and I would think like, yeah, I can outbox this dude, and he's training somewhere and he's trained a lot since the last time I saw him. So I'm still like, oh shit. All right, then I go from a boxer to a wrestler, and I just got to take him down.
Yeah. In
'Cause I had-
MMA fights, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, by the time I got into boxing and kickboxing, I'd already been actually training instead of just showing up to fight. I'm like, why in the fuck not?
When you're kicking, it seems like it'd be really hard to like kick high. I mean, I don't know. I can't lift my leg up over this table.
Are you
much less-
allowed to like grab their leg, like catch them, and put them down?
It's you can, like, you don't score any points with it, but I'll still, like, I'll catch somebody's leg and sweep them just to do it. It's kind of a dick move.
Oh, okay.
There's no real gain from it other than making them, it's kind of dejecting to like have to get up off the floor
Right,
after you've been
yeah.
swept. So it's kind of a moral thing. Not moral, whatever. No, yeah. It's kind
It's
of
like a mind game. There's a mental fight and a
Yeah.
physical fight, both going on at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So if he throws something and I catch it and I sweep him, I'll usually just walk away because I know they have to get up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not looking to attack after I do that. I'm doing that just to do it. I'm well
But
aware.
still,
of that.
I mean, how do you defend a high kick though, other than to grab it or block
have
it?
your dumb fucking hands up and be protecting your head.
Dude, taking a kick to the face or even anywhere in the upper body, it seems like
it,
it'd be real painful.
It hurts. It hurts a lot.
Have you ever had any like major injuries? I mean, you said you never broke your nose, knock on wood, never had anything bad, no broken ribs, nothing like that.
No, I've had fractures. My last kickboxing match, the one I think we talked about last time, where I kicked a guy, I caught his elbow and I thought I broke my foot. He kicked me in the body a few times and they hurt after.
Yeah.
Well, they hurt at the time too, but they hurt more after.
But no.
Is it a lot of adrenaline going on? Where
So
like,
much adrenaline.
You get hit, but it really doesn't impact you until later on.
Yeah,
after the fight.
that's why I thought I broke my foot, because like usually, you get hit with stuff like, all right, I'll deal with it, whatever. But I felt my foot hurt immediately.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, well, that's broken. Can't use that. But those body kicks, they definitely hurt. Something was out of place for a few weeks. Damn. Or maybe it's still out of place and it just doesn't hurt anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm super tough. I don't fucking know. But
Who you training with? I mean, who gets you ready for a fight like this?
at Revolution Kickboxing.
But you
down
have
in
other
Helena.
guys in the gym that are like,
Yeah. It's a whole team.
okay,
Yeah, they've got a few people on the card.
but you're on the pads and stuff, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, all the videos I post to me on the pads, it's usually at that gym.
okay. It's just like, how do you get ready for a full blown fight without full blown fighting?
The only way to practice fighting is to fight.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of sparring rounds. That also helps your cardio and helps you get your range.
Yeah, but you also got to kind of, like when they do practice in football and stuff, usually the quarterback's not, or the people that are trying to tackle the quarterback aren't playing at full capacity.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't want to
Yeah, just sparring is not like, we're not full on 100%
Okay.
looking up. We're not landing knockout blows. Like,
The last thing you want to do is get some sustained injury.
yeah,
right before
I don't
a
want
fight.
to give somebody anything that'll take them out of their fight.
But
or-
at the same time, you do want to push that limit.
Yeah,
It's
so
like, hey, you
there's-
got a weakness here.
there's
you
a-
need to work on it.
Yeah, that's where you find out your weaknesses. I'd rather get hit in the gym than get hit in the actual fight.
Okay.
So I'll take my shots there. And that's always been my thing. Like, I'll get beat up in the gym, but on fight night,
I'm not gonna
that's a
do-
no-go.
Yeah.
I'd like to not get hit at all. But sometimes it does go that way when you're fighting other grown-ass people who come to hurt you.
I think the closest thing I'll ever get to fighting is doing like some VR fighting. I've seen the videos on YouTube of people like
God.
going
Punching their children, playing with the fucking
Dude,
Oculus.
He's,
Yes,
like, he's like
dude.
over there playing Wii Sports with like nunchucks in his hand, playing like boxing on that.
It's so funny, man. I just recently got an Oculus Quest, and have you ever played it or done the VR thing?
One of my clients, one of my friends, has one, and she brought it to the gym, and I was gonna use it. I just had to leave before she got it out, but I haven't
Dude.
done that yet.
Dude, I've got one. Well, we'll have a play date and come hang out. Dude, it's so cool, man. Like, I've never been much into like gaming,
Yeah,
and
it just looks like a cool new thing.
dude, it is the future of entertainment games, I think.
Yeah.
It's wild, but there's a lot of like fitness apps and stuff. And I mean, you
Yeah.
play some game, like I've got like a bow and arrow game, and like after like 10, 15 minutes of that, you're tired.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I've seen most is the boxing game.
Yeah.
Like, you're up and you're throwing punches, you're burning calories.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that's working out.
And, like one of the most popular games is it's one called Beat Saber, where basically you have these lightsabers in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and you're kind of doing like Dance Revolution with your hands, or Guitar Hero or something.
Yeah.
And I can imagine after playing that for a while, you'd be tired. But I don't know, man. The whole world of like VR fitness to me it looks promising.
Dude, everything is weird. Have you seen those? They have like, it's just a mirror you put on your wall, but there's
Yes.
yeah,
The commercials where you have like a trainer there,
Yeah.
like a life size.
that's fucking weird.
They have them built into the Pelotons, the Peloton.
However you say
That
it.
sounds like a Peloton thing.
Yeah,
The dancing mirror. Dancing mirror.
I don't know if it's
the
part.
trading mirror.
I don't know if it's part of the Peloton thing, but beyond just cycling, they have like these full blown classes where you get off the bike and you're doing like free weights and stuff.
Well,
So
I'm
it's
over here
crazy.
trying to get people to come in person. If you can do that at home,
Dude,
yeah.
just get you a bike, man.
No
That's all
wonder
you
I'm
gotta do.
fucking struggling financially.
But yeah, man,
Fuck
we'll
the
get you an
Peloton.
Oculus. You can do some. What is that? I got a KO boxing. George Foreman KO boxing back there. I'm sure he's got a VR game we could play.
Or just an 8-bit Nintendo game.
Something like that. Well, besides boxing and getting ready for boxing, anything else that's been going on in your life that's fun to do?
Just raising my boy. Being his dad is pretty fucking fun and rad.
How old is he now?
He's 4. He'll be 5
4.
in April. Yeah.
Okay.
It's dumb. Time is stupid.
From years 1 through 4, do you have an age where he's been maybe? I know I always hear about the terrible twos.
His 2s weren't terrible.
His 2s weren't
like,
terrible.
he's
Okay.
a pretty chill kid.
Well, you're blessed, man.
I'm very lucky, I know. Like, he just wants to hang out. He plays when he wants to play, but he's pretty solitary.
Yeah.
Like, he'll bring his toys, plays with his toys. He engages me when he feels like it. I'm mostly there to just feed him.
Spoken like a true father.
Yeah, I am what I am. But yeah, dude, we read a lot. He's very smart.
Dude, awesome.
He's such a, the school that I'm fucking paying all this money to is doing their job.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm ready to not be paying for it though.
Where's he going to school?
He's School for Amazing Kids down in like the Alabaster area.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, one of those. He's not in kindergarten. He's in pre-K.
Yeah.
He's almost there, but He's I think
Got
he's
another
gonna
year
do.
to go.
He's
Yeah.
gonna,
Oh, he's gonna
do
kill it, man.
great,
That's awesome.
dude. He's awesome. But yeah, hanging out with him. Got a girlfriend.
So
hanging
he's
out with her.
He's gonna be at the fight, watching Dad in the ring.
Wouldn't
with
be
the
his first
bloodshed.
time. Dude, he was born on a Friday. I'd had a boxing match scheduled exactly 2 weeks later. He was at that boxing match. So he's been coming to fight since he was 2 weeks old.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude, man,
He's been at-
raised in it.
He's
How
been
old?
at every fight I've had since he was born.
It's in his
If he
blood.
took an interest in the sport, would you have any hesitancy to letting him?
Just because he's my boy. That's the only part of it, but I would be happy to have him in it.
So young, let's say you got, I don't know, at what age could you get into mixed martial arts?
I mean, dude.
I mean, I guess you could start doing karate.
Now
Karate
it's
Kid.
so
anytime.
mainstream. There are people like back in the day. It used to be like this guy was a wrestler. Now he's doing MMA. This guy came from boxing. Now he's doing MMA. Now there are people that have just been training MMA since they were teenagers.
Really?
And they're in the upper leagues now. So like now it's its own sport. It's not just boxing, just jiu-jitsu, just wrestling, just taekwondo or whatever. Now it's everything being taught across the board.
So you go to a gym and they're literally teaching you like aspects of every type of style.
Yeah, like you'll have, like there'll be just a jiu-jitsu gym, but they also do stand-up.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well, I've seen the what is it, Suarez Kickboxing? They
Yeah.
were over in on Montevallo.
Yeah, now
next
they're
to
over,
Planet Fitness, and they moved.
they moved not far away, but they're on a.
But I guess they specialize
what that
just in like kickboxing.
Yeah, he
what
just
you're
does
doing.
boxing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but people that aren't climbing in the ring can go there just to.
yeah. I think he does mostly just for people that do it for fitness.
Okay.
I'm sure every once in a while he has somebody that competes that asks for his help. Or
As far as the training goes, for somebody who's just doing it, say for fitness,
Mm-hmm.
is there any difference in what you're learning as far as technique
No.
and stuff goes?
no, like I work with some people that actually fight, and I work with some people that just want to get in shape. I'm way less strict on people who are just doing it to get in shape. Like I'm not going to be as technically hard on you if you just want to get in shape. So it's all about learning the punches and throwing the punches and figuring everything out. Like I'm still going to work with you and teach you and, teach you the right way, but I won't be as hard on you because you're not getting in a ring and actually fighting somebody.
Have you trained anybody that's actually gotten in the ring to fight? Are you currently training anybody that's getting ready for
A few
fighting?
people. I mean, when I'm at the gym, I'm there to help. I'm there to train, but we're there to help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And me being around fighting for so long, I know a little. So if somebody's doing something that could be done better, I'll offer my advice.
Is there a common bad technique that people, like if we were to come to the gym, me and Zach, and we wanted to come train with you and maybe one day climb in the ring, but mostly just doing it for fitness, what would probably be the first bad thing that we would do? Is there like a common...
Just dropping
You know what
your
I mean?
hands.
Like-
just people's hands, instead of being here, they're down here.
No, because I'd be coming in with the flying knee and the headbutts and off the top rope.
climbing
and
up the
Fred's like,
railing.
"What
Yeah,
the
he just-
fuck are you doing?"
He's on
Can't
top
do
of the
that.
building for
Yeah.
some
dressed
fucking
like Macho
reason.
Man.
Yeah,
Got
I'm a man.
no,
the
dude,
Slim Jims.
Nacho Libre up in here.
Well, yeah, man, that'd be cool. I don't know. Just try out.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
it's
suck
fun.
at it, but be
I
fun.
mean, you suck at everything at first if you've never done it before.
yeah.
I came in my first fight. I'd never trained anywhere. I just did it because why not?
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, I
you
know.
would just be like, I
It's-
could do this.
It's not the way I would suggest anybody do it, but I did it, and
Did you get in a lot of fights in high school or
Nope.
anything? You never got any fights?
Never been on a fight.
Like a real street fight. I think you told us that the last time you
No,
were here.
I mean once a guy my sister was dating was out of line, and we tussled up a little bit. I was like 19. That's it.
And then obviously your bouncer life, you've had to handle a couple.
More so
like,
breakup fights.
just breakup fights.
Yeah,
Like
like
tame
yell
stuff.
at adults like they're children. I found that to be the best way. Like, yeah, either separate or leave. I don't fucking care. Just act like a frustrated parent,
Yeah.
and that usually works.
Dude, that's cool, man. Well, you definitely got the mindset for it. I think this will be fun.
I'm looking
good
forward
beat
to
the
it,
crap
man.
beat
It's,
out of
it's
each
gonna be
other.
fun.
Man,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it at all. This photo right here on the bottom, Katie, if you scroll down and click on the far right, that one right there, was this your last fight?
Yeah, that was the one I said I was retired, and that picture just popped up on my like memories or something. I was like, that's a pretty cool picture.
Okay, but
So-
you won that fight. I think the last
I
time you
did.
were here, you said that was the one where you punched the dude out in like 7 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that satisfying as the last fight?
It's terribly satisfying.
But you also, you said you want to go the full round with somebody who's competing.
That's why you train. Like you don't know going in what you're gonna get. Like you could get a 9-second knockout, or you could be in there for 15 minutes, or however long, 9 minutes. That's why cardio is important. Got to be ready either way.
Now, what kind of gloves are you wearing right here, though?
Those are just hand wraps.
Just hand wraps.
Yeah, just
so
gauze
it
and
covers
tape.
your knuckles.
Yeah.
But other than that, not much padding going on.
In that one, that was a kickboxing match, so I had on boxing gloves.
Okay. So you'd already taken the gloves off.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I took the gloves off to hold the microphone and announce my retirement, and then a couple of years later, renege on that retirement.
Dude,
He's back.
man.
Be
tip my hat to you.
afraid if you weigh something around what I weigh. Yeah, in that time where they were looking for me, somebody to fight, everywhere we went, like, what's that guy weigh? I'll fight him. Like, we went to a fighting event, like, still hadn't found an opponent. What's that guy weigh? Like, I know this guy weighs the same. I'll fight him. Like,
Have you seen the popularity? I guess it's gotten more popular over the years, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now we're having sanctioned kickboxing, all sanctioned kickboxing.
yeah, I
in
mean,
one night and stuff.
Alabama, sports-wise, I mean, this is a lower-level sport. But, like, we're catching up to everywhere else.
Yeah.
Like, there's a promotion in Georgia that's been doing Muay Thai and MMA cards for years, and they always sell out.
Muay Thai.
It's kickbox. It's a kickboxing.
See, there's too
from-
much, man. I can't keep it straight.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different
It's a lot
styles of
things. Yeah.
fighting. You know
If
what I mean?
Yeah, if it's not a thing you're into, of course you wouldn't know it. Like, I'm sure you have interests that I know dick about.
Yeah.
That you might as well be speaking Portuguese to me because I don't know what's going on.
So when you first got into fighting, I mean, you just said you just kind of climbed in the ring. At what point did you start really honing in your craft and trying to nail down? I mean, what style of fighting would you classify yourself as?
Freestyle, quote unquote. Like, I'd always say I'm good at a few things, but if the fight goes in my favor, we're always going to stand up. Like, we're going to be on our feet, throwing punches and kicks and knees and elbows the whole time.
Yeah.
Because that's just what I want to do. But you train everything. I'd had about six amateur fights before I started training somewhere.
Really?
And that's just because
Six fights with no training.
6 fights are just showing up.
Oh my god!
You think people could tell? Like, this dude don't know what he's doing. Or
I
they're
was
like,
winning just because I'm athletic.
Yeah.
And I was fighting local tough dudes.
Oh, that's got to hurt their ego, too.
I mean, they can wipe their tears with their affliction shirts for like shit.
the affliction shirt.
Yeah, this was around the affliction tap
Oh
out
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
A lot of bedazzled jeans and
Oh,
shit.
God. Dude,
Tough guy wear.
Man, that punch has to feel real good, though.
Oh, it's so pleasant.
Knock the sparkles off their hat
God.
or their shirt.
That's funny. Sweet haste shirt or haste hoodie.
Oh,
by the
thank
way,
you.
man.
Yeah,
Did you go to the
I
last
saw
show?
that.
They're friends of mine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man.
Yeah, I
We've
was
been
there.
talking. You were kind of the reason we even got those guys on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if we we're expanding the set, so eventually we'll have enough chairs to house more than just 4 people. But yeah, having
Nah, man,
like
just keep
5
it
or
like
6
this, and
people.
I'll just chime in.
Dude,
from
yeah,
across the
well, I
room.
told you you should
Like,
come,
that
but-
was bullshit.
That was a really cool conversation here and like talking to them about the history
Yeah.
of the bands and all that stuff. Were you able to go to the last show? that
Oh
they
yeah,
played
I
at
was
Saturday?
there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Was it rowdy? I
Yeah.
think Jeremiah, local photographer, he actually had some photos in his book that he brought us. Yeah, that's John Meeks over there. But yeah, really cool conversation, and thanks
Yeah,
for
they're good
putting
guys.
that out. I've met so many cool people doing this podcast, just like friends of friends. Like, oh, you should have this dude on, or you should reach out to them and
Yeah.
get to talk to people that.
I don't know what made me think about it. I was like, I'm surprised they haven't had George on. And then I saw like that he was going to be on here.
Yeah, no, man. I just randomly reached out. That's how I'm pretty much every day. Everybody that we talk to nowadays. I just-
Sometimes it's random comments. And
yeah.
We just
It's like,
talking
what's
trash
up?
about other
you,
people.
You want to get on? Let's do this. It'd be cool. All right. Took a quick break. We were talking earlier. You said something about how much are tickets going to be for this fight at that coming up.
For general admission, there'll be $35. and I'm sure there'll be some VIP packages for a little more.
I want the VIP package, man. I want to be ringside. You know,
You can sit in the ring.
you sit in there. So for this fight, is it like an octagon? Is that like a
It's going to be
traditional
in a
shape?
cage,
A cage,
whatever
Okay.
shape, whatever
Cage
shape they have.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a ladder and
And the folding chairs.
Fight for
Yeah.
the belt. Yeah.
A spiked hammer.
And the thumbtacks and the
Yes.
table you gotta
Yes.
jump
I'm
through.
gonna powerbomb this dude on his neck.
Dude.
Would you ever like if you got out of professional MMA, would you do like wrestling, like the
I wouldn't-
chairs and the
I mean,
Well,
I'm
you
not
know,
opposed to it,
Dude,
honestly.
Well, I know you're a big Every Time I Die fan.
Yeah.
And rip
Yeah,
to
Andy
them
does that.
because
Yeah.
they just.
R.I.P. in heaven. Every
Dude,
time I
that's
die.
crazy. I didn't realize there was such a rift between the band.
Yeah,
and
it
the
was.
lead
It
singer.
had been going on for a while. I'd never asked about it because that's their business. But
Yeah, you're like friends with those dudes. I
yeah,
forget
I'm
about
friends
that.
with a couple of them, and I was kind of hoping that things were being resolved behind the scenes, and turns out not so much.
Dude, that's crazy. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, Keith and Jordan are the brothers, right?
yes, yeah,
That there would be like, because he's with the band on their side of things,
yeah,
and then what Keith was saying on Twitter completely contradicts what they're saying. Yeah, dude, it's like so much drama, and they just put out a new album, man.
yeah,
Like,
a
it's
great
crazy.
album. But it's bands break up. It's kind of what
It
happens.
happens,
I mean,
yeah.
they may get together again. I mean, I saw Refused after they'd been broken up for like 17 years. So who knows? They may come back together again.
But anyway, going back to Every Time I Die, and Andy,
Yeah.
he got into professional wrestling. He
and
seems to be doing pretty
he's doing
well,
very
man.
well. Yeah.
So the league that he's with, is that like the new? I've been out of the world of professional
As far-
wrestling since I was
well-
12 years old. So there, in my day, there was WCW, and then there was the
WWF.
WWF,
Yeah.
and then you have to help me out. There was another league that kind of dominated all of it. It was like the ECW.
ECW. Yeah. Well, that was
Okay.
like the more extreme shit. Like,
But it basically took over, you know?
yeah. Well, they kind of came from the underground.
Right.
Like they didn't travel around like
But they were doing crazy stuff.
They
Like,
were doing
would jump up.
crazy
They would build
shit.
like these giant 30-foot
Yeah.
ladders and
they
jump
wouldn't
off.
even build a ladder. They would jump off of the balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where like New Jack and Sabu and all these fucking lunatics would literally beat the fuck out of people.
sounds like backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
Just like-
It is that
That's
to a
Basically,
point.
that's what it is.
I think they were based out of either Philly or New Jersey. I think they kind of went back and forth between the two. But yeah, they were fucking wild.
That's crazy.
But they build their own following, and when I think they got bought out or the business just kind of went kaput. A lot of their wrestlers went to the more popular leagues.
So I don't know if you keep up with wrestling anymore, but Andy Williams.
I know
as
he's
far
into
as
it. Yeah,
What league or what is it
he's
now?
with AEW.
AEW.
Yeah, I don't watch it, but as I know it, they're the new hot shit.
That's the new hot shit.
Yeah.
And he's like a formidable character.
Yeah,
he's every week. And
he's a guy there.
He's
Yeah,
a guy
I mean,
on the thing. dude.
He's got time now since
Yeah.
What do
he
you
ain't
do? You
touring.
just like audition? For
I don't
it?
know.
Or, like
I don't know how he
They
got
have,
into it.
like I have a lot of friends that do professional wrestling, so I have a tiny bit of insight. I guess as much insight as they have into my MMA career.
Well, more insight than we have. So yeah,
There's that. I'm a super smart guy. Like there's leagues like I think it's still cut up into like regions. I have a lot of friends that do it around the South. They travel around the South in these different leagues or promotions or however they phrase it.
but it's more theatric type.
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah,
but
it's still
could the Heavy Ultra Brothers audition?
Dude,
Could we?
maybe if we train with Fred for a
That's what I'm
few
saying.
years.
We'll look the part, but we won't know shit about it. But
We
we
won't
can
look the part at all.
act. We
get our
we
asses
will if we
kicked.
train.
I can
train
make
with
you
Fred.
a fucking machine for kind of beating people up.
I just want to get in some better shape, man. That's all.
Well,
wanna
I can
do.
help you with
Yeah,
that, too.
Yeah. So I don't know about this whole professional wrestling thing that you're talking
I'm
about.
just saying the Heavy
Come on,
Ultra
man.
Brothers.
Dream big.
That could be a good gimmick right there.
But no, Andy seems to be doing well.
Yeah.
I know I have a couple of friends actually that know them. You being one.
I mean,
of them.
they've been around for fucking 20 years. Well, they were around for 20 years.
Yeah.
They've met people
That's a long time to be in, like, kind of
to
you
do
know,
anything.
to do anything.
Yeah.
But I think the original question that Zach asked was, would you ever consider, let's say somebody just came out of the woodwork and said, Fred Weaver, we have a
Yeah, like would you audition to do something like?
Yeah, I'm not
that?
opposed to it.
We want you to be Blackbeard the pirate wrestler or whatever.
Sure, let's party.
Like,
Give
whatever
me
that
some
means.
fucking spandex, I guess. I mean, I got into fighting kind of like, why not? So why not do that?
But that's more, I guess, I mean, I don't know, less chance of getting your face kicked in.
I mean, there's still a chance though.
But you're still doing like, I
Yeah,
mean, it's
you're
all
still-
kind of ad lib.
It's still a lot of physical activity,
Sure, yeah.
and the human variable is very high. So it's just like a good real fight. Like you don't know.
Whoa,
you
whoa,
can plan one
Whoa,
thing.
It's real. It's real. It's all
But
real.
I never
Sorry.
understood.
I'm sorry to anybody I've offended.
It's all
I don't want to hear your shit.
But what's cool,
Or I do want to hear your shit. Fight me.
but what's cool is like I listened to an interview with Stone Cold, and he kind of talked about like his time in wrestling. I think it was Hot Ones. He did a Hot Ones episode.
Dude,
Oh,
I love
okay.
Hot
Really
Ones.
cool, dude. Man, it's a really cool show.
Makes me hungry.
But he did Hot Ones, and he talked about he kind of got real with Seth,
Sean.
Sean, and was talking about like they really don't know the outcome of the match up until they just kind of like throw a couple things out there, and they go into the match, and they're just ad libbing. You know, they're so good at what they do
Yeah.
that they're literally like just kind of doing it as it you know, just letting it like
They're
kind of
putting on a
play
show.
out, putting on a show.
Yeah.
But it's not super rehearsed like you would think. And
I mean, it's hard to rehearse like all of that. That's
Yeah.
a long form show.
and you're putting in all the other theatrics that go into it, like the you know everything that happens before the actual match, where they
All
get
the
physical,
drama.
all the drama,
Yeah, the
side of it,
build up,
the
and
build
then,
up.
yeah, and selling everything in the fight.
But yeah, man, it seems like it'd be a really tough job, but a fun one. You know,
Yeah.
They could,
I mean, you know, I'm not opposed to it. I like to do stuff.
do we have any like you said there? You know, friends that do this in like the Southeast and and do like professional wrestling.
Yeah, there's a few. Like every once in a while, there'll be a show. I know they've had them at Ghost Train, like random wrestling shows. Yeah,
What? I've never seen anything wrestling wise at Ghost Train. That'd be cool.
Well, the new Ghost Train facility, maybe they'll have a ring set up.
Damn, they got a new facility.
Yeah, Ghost Train, they moved to. Are we letting the cat out of the bag here? We're not supposed
Well,
to.
I was going to ask Fred because I don't know. I know
It is confirmed there because I drove by it.
they have a new location, but my question is, are they keeping their Southside location? That's what I don't know.
I know nothing about
I
this.
don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't imagine they would because the new spot is so big.
Yeah, but their old spot's still in a rad.
Where's the new
location.
one?
Where is the new one?
It's the old car heaven, like right there
Oh,
underneath.
shit.
the
Oh
viaduct.
yeah,
Oh.
it's giant.
Yeah, that place is huge.
Yes. Yeah, because they moved their big.
They moved the silos that were
Yes.
outside that they had under that.
Oh, it's
awning.
out there.
Damn, how do you move those?
They had a crane out there picking them up, and I was like, "What are they doing?" And I figured they would, move their canning operation to a bigger warehouse where it needs to be, but still have at least a storefront there, just to be in the Lakeview area. You know? What I
Yeah.
mean? I was like, surely they're not.
I mean, that's not a far cry from.
Ghost Train, if you're listening, come on our podcast and talk about what all you guys have going on. That'd be cool.
Update people or whatever.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, best of luck to you in the
I greatly
fight that you
appreciate
have
it.
coming up. We will definitely plan to be there, and we encourage everyone else who's listening to come and watch Fred massacre this other guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
No disrespect to John Kennedy. I'm sure.
Fuck you, John Kennedy.
Just
All right. Well, you heard it from the man himself. But yeah, man, always a pleasure to have you hang out. And one last thing, we do have a new T-shirt for you.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Thanks for the shout out on the
you.
socials last time. I don't know if you wear an XL or not.
I do. Thank you.
We
Yeah,
were out of
I do.
larges, so XL is all we have.
I mean, I'll make
So-
it work. I'll fit it over my frame.
I know, man. I know. I was like, maybe he wears mediums and he just to
Extra
make
No
it like
shot.
stretch on.
no shot.
Make me look bigger. See that picture? Makes me look bigger.
Dude.
Well, I wasn't wearing a shirt, but still.
But shameless self promotion. If anybody wants a T-shirt, be like Fred. Get you a T-shirt.
HeavyOlch.com. It's there.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, until next time, or until the fight. I guess we'll plan to see you at the fight.
Cool. I hope you're able to make it.
All right, man. Thanks for coming to hang out.
Thanks for having me.
See ya.